Hey there, everyone. I'm quickly going to talk about a game called Cathrine. This was a really weird, wild, interesting, almost social experiment of a game when it first came out. Essentially, it's about a man who has to, marry this Cathrine who has been his longtime girlfriend, and suddenly he meets another Cathrine who ends up trying to basically steal him away from his current relationship. And so he basically has to choose what to do here and how to handle this new kind of thing. And so while he's dealing with that in the real life, which takes away, a little bit of the cutscenes of, the world and the socialization aspect, it's in his dreams where he's having these nightmares. And in these dreams are when you have these little puzzle games where essentially you're climbing this giant tower trying to redeem yourself, and each level gets more and more difficult than the last. And the way it works is you have a series of platforms. You have to pull them out, move them around, try to get all the little things. Meanwhile, they're all falling out underneath you. There are also all these other male sheep who are trapped in this dimension, which are trying to basically get out of there and find their way before the tower collapses. And it's a constant struggle. A lot of the music in this game are kind of remixed versions of classical songs that are very loud and boisterous, and so they kind of give the player a certain mood on this sort of pseudo-classical feeling, essentially. So the main gameplay are these little puzzle sections. You can definitely mess up, and in which case you're going to have to restart when you pull a block out onto another block. It's kind of sort of like Tetris, but not really. And so basically the point is you just have to get to all of these different objectives and to the top before, again, the bottom falls out from under you. This game is made by Atlas, so it's very similar to the Persona series in the sense that you have the ability to kind of socialize with your friends, your buddies, ask their advice on what you should do, as well as, confide in them and have a social aspect, while at night in the dream world, you are kind of in this weird, abstract battle. Unlike in other games, though, other Atlas games, rather, you basically spend most of your time in this little dream world rather than doing the socialization bit. And, this very much reminds me of a game like Persona 3, where, during the day you're just a normal guy, and at night you are in this weird dimension, basically. This dream world, literally. And, I don't know. I guess what I have to say about this game, it's fine. It's honestly not great, in my opinion, simply because, the puzzles are very much, it's one type of, gameplay style. And once you understand how it works, you just kind of, go for it and just keep doing the same kind of thing over and over again. The dialogue and the development of the story does help to make it more interesting. But honestly, it just, I don't know. It just doesn't feel exceptionally iconic or interesting, and it's okay. I want to like it more than I do, but I just can't. It's just very just okay to me. Also, you have certain options to choose throughout the rest of the story, and by the end of the game, you have to choose Cathrine with a K or Cathrine with a C to get engaged to and marry and fulfill your commitment. And so it's a lot about the struggle between, there's a lot of, wedding symbology and other things that, create tension for the main character to essentially, feel the pressure to commit or to kind of have fun and enjoy this new Cathrine. And so, of course, the visualization of, his commitment to his long-term girlfriend is kind of seen as this, demon that he has to escape. Or there's also the demon of this new girl who's there to destroy and ruin his life. And so it's this very interesting concept and conflict that is, very much about the male psyche, which I find is very funny. But again, like it's like a intense puzzle game, and again, it's the same kind of puzzle over and over and over again. So I want to like this game because it has a very interesting concept, but it's just not how do I say this? It's just not super interesting to me. It's just not fun. I'm sorry. Like, I want to like it, but it just doesn't really do it. I mean, kudos for Atlas for making something as interesting and as weird and off kilter as this. But yeah, no, I think it was just a really cool experimental game, something you're going to play once and maybe remember it, but not something you're really going to delve into and play multiple times. But I like the fact that it exists, and it exists as kind of like this character study and a deep kind of interpretation of these two people. Anyway, I don't really have much else to say about this game except that it is pretty iconic, it's interesting, and it's a little goofy little treasure that you can play and find. It's not bad by any means, but yeah, I think that's all I can really say about it. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.